How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about For the Love of Horror, which is a horror con based in Manchester, which happens once a year, and I went for the first time this year. Before we start, if I can just encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification for future content. So, For the Love of Horror had a big, impressive guest list this year. So we had people like David Thornton from the Terrifier movies, David Norton from the American Werewolf movies, which was absolutely phenomenal. We had the guy from Gremlins, can't remember his name, Zach Gnafic, I can't remember. We had probably the big pull, which was David Arquette from Scream, obviously, and also one of the guys, Roger Jackson, who played the voice of Scream, played the voice of Scream in the movies. We also had a whole host of others, such as people like Sean Pertwee from the Dog Soldiers movies, which is an amazing movie. Sean Pertwee, you might recognize him from Gotham. He played Alfred. Probably the biggest pull for me, though, were the cast of Fright Night. Fright Night being one of my favourite movies, the original I'm talking about, although the remake's not too bad. But a whole host of the cast were there, so I was really excited to see them on stage. There was a tremendous crowd, some fantastic guests, and it was a really enjoyable day. Obviously, the big pull for me was meeting up with some friends from YouTube. So we've got the attention-seeking geek there, and we've got James T. Keegan, who you'll recognise from a lot of my live shows. So I was over the moon to meet with those guys. Anybody that watches my channel knows that Ben is an expert cosplayer, and he didn't let me down this occasion. He went as good old Leatherface, which looks amazing. But on this occasion, I decided to join Ben, something I've not done before in terms of going to a live event in cosplay. I've wore cosplay for streams and stuff before, but I've never done it myself at an actual convention. So, encouraged on by Ben, I decided to have a go myself. I discovered that as a grown man, I now have a wig and makeup collection, which is a little bit worrying. And I picked up a face mask from eBay and used some Warhammer paints to kind of paint it up. Went as one of my favourite horror characters, the Babadook. And I think I did a pretty good job. What I would say is that the cosplay scene is amazing. I've never really encountered it before, but it was just phenomenal. It was so gratifying. People stopping you, asking you to take photos and to comment on your costume and to say how well it was. So it was a really nice experience, something I would really encourage other people to do. And as you can see from these images, there were some absolutely incredible cosplayers out there. It was amazing. But I had a bit of a disaster, I have to say, halfway through. And if you want to know more about that disaster with my costume, go check out Ben's, the Attention-Seeking Geeks video on his experiences at Comic-Con, and you'll see what happened to my costume. Suffice to say, I ended up having to take it off by the end of the day and just go in civvies. Didn't stop the fun, but I still managed to get plenty of photos with some amazing cosplayers. Like I say, the highlight for me, though, was meeting some friends from YouTube, and it was lovely to bump into them and spend some time with them. I didn't pick up a great deal when I was there, but I did buy some comics from an independent group of lads who did some superb horror books and an excellent Gremlins, not Gremlins, Gremlins book, which is amazing. I'll do a full review on that later on. Also, James T was very kind in that he'd recently been on holiday and gave me some bits and bobs. So he gave us a Captain Carter t-shirt, some Lego, some moonshine. It was very nice. So anyway, back to the convention. What we're going to do in the video is I'm going to put a bit of music on in a second and just show you some stills, some images from the actual convention itself. And then at the end of it, I'm going to show you some live videos that I did, which are worth watching because there's some tremendous singing at the end. So here we go.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
So there we are, ladies and gents. That's my experience of HorrorCon. Would I go back? Absolutely. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Really good atmosphere. Some excellent cosplay. Is well worth a trip to go to that convention next year. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite bits of the convention, which was a young lady, apologize I didn't catch her name, singing the theme tune to my favorite film, Fright Night.
It's the same.